We're back in the building for some OU Monday now. Well, I guess every day is OU except Sunday, right? So it's OU Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of it. So I don't know who made this team. Maybe CTC, maybe not. What I do know is about to win. So that being said, Volcanion is handsome as hell. And this one with the water absorb, you know. Bodies a team such as this, as does Amungus, bodies a team such as this, as does my Great Tusk, bodies a team such as this. Now, let's assume that he has I got Booster Valiant, which is useful. He has nothing to guard against Ghost, so when I click Bolt, Mons die. Bodies hit the floor. If you know, you know. Terra Water Zapdos wins as well, so I'm like, well, it should be 1.5 million ways to win this game. I'm just thinking, what's the most reliable? Let's say Toadscrew is packing. So what I'll do is, because I should be staring down Toadscrew early. He's gonna get to Spore me, but then he has to make a decision between whether or not he's gonna save this or not. Right? Oh, that did nothing. Never mind. Okay, so he spikes, so he's gonna Spore here. Now he has to decide, but he has to get he has to hope I don't wake up, right? Problem is that Golduck is fodder for my Volcanion, so I don't know. And there are a couple ways to go about this. This Toadscrew being alive does matter. I could Terra Ghost here and it would kill him because he should Ice Beam, but I'm trying to think if there's something I'm missing. The Pelipper getting hit is big, but Valiant is... If I go Valiant, I'd live Ice Beam. Gonna go Valiant here. Get the booster and outspeed Golduck. If he Nasty Plots, then I think Nasty Plot was insane there, but yeah, it worked out for him. Because I could have just destroyed him with Shadow Ball, I think. But now one must go to Floatzel. He goes Azu. I'm surprised by Azu for a lot of reasons, because you'd want to go to something that doesn't stop you from getting what did I say? But he just belly drums. Am I missing something? Because if I shot a ball there, it was done, and he shouldn't be able to one-shot me. So that's why I'm like confused. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let's see. I get the burn, which sucks. Yeah, it wouldn't have killed me anyway. But yeah, having my Volcanion alive is a big deal. Like having it. So Palma comes in. Just so based on how he plays, I don't even know if this shit is Sash. Let's say he goes to Revival Blessings. From a position standpoint, he has one turn of rain. I wouldn't want the rain that turn. Let's say it is Sashed. Would it be Nuzzle? CC's. Doesn't kill me. And I get the burn there. No, he wasn't Sashed. Okay. So that's odd. Volcanion should be able to one-shot this Pelipper. But either way, Zapdos wins from here on out. I do want to make sure that he can't wave Crash Spam, though. I mean, again, Zapdos wins from here on out. I want to say Steam Eruption should one-shot this Pelipper from 110 in the rain. Hydro. Let's say it doesn't kill any Hurricanes. And I'm staring down Floatzel, which would have to Terra Water, Wave Crash, Spam. What's the alternative? Let me go Great Tusk here. I don't need it. So if he Hurricane locks as he does, this allows for me to go Dragapult. Shadow Ball did 49. Do I need to Draco? No, it doesn't matter. So he sacks Toadscruel. Obviously now he has to go to Floatzel and try to Ice Spinner. Which should not kill my... So let me think. Amoonguss versus Dragapult. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Ice Spinners. I don't think that would kill my Volcanion from here, but I want to save it because I have the Terra in hand, and I can just go for a Discharge here. And that's game. So dang, we lost hella points to Decay. Well, it's been 2 days. Yeah, the way my opponent played that game seemed very mindless. There were several opportunities where I could have, like, even though I was doing, I didn't get it burnt, it wouldn't have swept me because it wouldn't have killed me. But I mean, it does matter from a damage standpoint. The burn doesn't matter, but that's something you're risking whenever, you know. There were just several things there, especially because Volcanion could have the poison move. So I don't know if it was one of them things where I just click the move and I figure it out after that. But I was making plays from a standpoint of, I'm not sure if there's something I'm missing that he's gonna run up on me with, and so I'm positioning things in a way where that can't happen, right? That's why I went Valiant on Golduck versus staying in with Dragapult, where I could have just killed him. Because he might not have even had Ice Beam, for all we know. But I always assume the opponent's plays are supposed to make sense, and so I conduct myself from that point of view, right? Okay, this probably is supposed to make sense on some level, and so let's figure out why the opponent did this. Now in this game, we'll identify that Dragapult is destructive, Valiant is destructive, SD Valiant just bodies, Zapdos, no guarding, beats 1, 2. I mean, really, it's just that fucking, and he doesn't have an Evolve switching. I have Great Tusk, which is good, but not amazing. Right? It's good. Volcanion is good, not amazing. Amoonguss can't spore because of the golden goal, but my job, my goal in life is to position my Zapdos in every turn. I mean, my Dragapult in every turn and click Shadow Ball. Cleavor, what is that thing? Slowking Galar and Cleavor are the two most destructive members of the opponent's squadron. This should be walled by my Tusk. I'm still gonna Rocks. I don't know what this does. I don't want to headlong rush and he goes hard Zapdos because I get no value. Sure, I lose my Sash. Sure, I want to hit this, but I don't have any data, and guaranteed value is guaranteed value. So he really went for Stone Axe. So this guy is a scrub. That's good to know. Yeah, this bro's really like bad at this. He tried to counter a Great Tusk, so that means he's gonna leave this in again to Stone Axe again, which is good. He's not gonna counter, even if he were to, that's fine, but he's not gonna counter. Yeah, and me having the speed boost is big because now I get to Ice Spinner on. It's likely gonna be a Zapdos switch, which is foolish if you don't get the speed boost. I mean the not the speed boost, so it goes what? He's gonna Terra? Oh yeah, bro's really new to this. Should forfeit here. Bro's really new to this, so I give up my, let me think. I don't think rocks matter. I'd like to keep them. I mean, I'd like to remove them. But from a wrapping this game up standpoint, they don't matter as much because now I just go to Dragapult after this Ice Spinner and click. Especially because he should miss Hurricane, if I'm honest. But bro hit Heat Wave. The despicable soul. But I need this forced out. So Terra Ghost Ball should destroy everything. I don't need Terra on anything else. So we're gonna hit that Terra Ghost Specs Terra Ghost Ball. This should do at least 60. Yeah. And now this is nigh impossible to switch into as he goes to this filthy Decidueye. And now we've positioned Among Us for greatness. As he CCs, and he is choice banded, which is interesting because, you know, I just showed you that I have a Dragapult. You know what I mean? So these are the things I'm talking about. Oh, Scrappy, right. Yeah, and I'm glad I thought about that just now because I most certainly was about to go for so what I can do is Sludge Bomb hard. Yeah, it died. Wow. I didn't. Oh, it's super effective. Right. It's part fighting. It's a Breloom. And what this does is it forces Zamazenta to substitute if it's packing it. Which, you know, obviously my Infiltrator Dragapult can go through eventually. Let's say he does. Actually, I'll go hard Zapdos in case. So he Iron defenses. All I need is repeated discharge damage. I don't know if there's a Terra that would stop me. I could have Spored there. So I'm guessing he doesn't have sub. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless that's the case. It's Terrifier. Yeah, so he had sub, so bro's really bad. Like very much bad. Thankfully the discharge, oh yeah, that's it. Once the para set in, that was it. Oh, that was it. Yeah, there's no reason not to Terrifier sub there. If my Among Us Toxics or Spores, you're done. So yeah, but you know, in all seriousness, my opponent played very badly. Whether or not he's a bad player, I don't know. All right, it's a pretty big distinction. But here's the guy we just played. So given the information we had last time, we know that Dragapult does nothing to his Toedscruel, and that's important. I don't know what he had spikes and. I just need to know his moveset, because otherwise I'd go Volcanion and Taunt. But I don't want him to have Earth Power. I wonder if that would be his move. If he doesn't have it, then my Volcanion is great. And I know the Palm Mod isn't Sash, which is blessed. But my Volcanion's health matters a lot as well. So let's say that I Great Tusk. So what I'll end up doing is, because I'm Sash, I have a little more wiggle room. So I'm gonna go for the Ice Spinner here. If it's Ice Spinner into Pelipper, it's not gonna do much damage. That he does go to Pelipper. I get a crit there, which matters. That does allow for me to go for Stealth Rocks, because I know he's gonna U-turn. And this does allow for me to. Again, he nasty plotted last time, so I don't know. What I do have going for me though is my Valiant. So Volcanion's fairly low risk. So he nasty plots again. But I knew if he did that, one, I should be able to take anything he goes for. But I mean, I don't want to take a damage. I don't want to. So I knew I'd just be able to sack Great Tusk. He has Grass Knot. And I'll be able to go Valiant and clobber this. Unless it's Terra Go. Okay. So now I know that. Very well. Grass Knot Surf, probably Ice Beam. Okay. Alright then. Could have knocked, but no way I'm knocking there. So, dude did some silly stuff twice, 2 games in a row. Um, but my goal is to get my Zapdos. My Zapdos Terra destroys him. So he needs my Volcanion gone. Like, that's what I'm saying. If I headlong rush on your, so I think he does just mindlessly click. If my Great Tusk low value, if I headlong rush into Golduck, you just lose the game outright. You know. So now I have a bit. Now I'm playing him the second time. I have a better gauge of what. I just don't know what the Toedscrew has. So what I'm gonna do is taunt. He has rapid spin. Didn't expect spin. So if he has earth power, you have to use it here. Knockoff is the move. Okay, so that's good to know, especially because he can't. Well, he can set up hazards, but you know what I mean. And so he's taunted. Get to Hurricane here freely. Pelipper comes in. That's blessed. As now, I don't know how he beats this. He has to palm out, I suppose, because I just Hurricane again. Actually. Yeah, Hurricane again. There's no reason to force my Zapdos out. The static comes a long way. And he has to decide between, because now the rain turns are going to be gone. And once the rain turns wrap up, then he's going to Terra and try to Grass Knot my... See, I now know his Golduck set. So he can't touch Volcanion. So Floatzel comes in, which is surprising because I just go Volcanion. I don't know what your counterplay to that is. Yeah, he just forfeits. I mean, very odd game. I mean, Volcanion is a horrendous matchup for this team. Obviously, Volcanion wasn't around when it was used. But I think he's on tilt and he's just clicking stuff. Just based on the fact that he hit forfeit there. Because now, obviously, he's going to lose another Mon to the King Volk. Because Azu comes in, you get dropped. You leave Floatzel in, that's your only Rain Abuser left, dropped. And you can only revive a Blessing one Mon, because the Mons that I have, I'm not going to allow more than one Revival Blessing. Meaning, you know, when I attack, when he comes in, I'll attack twice, so you only get one Revival Blessing off. Well, I guess he technically could get two, but nothing that he could Revival Blessing twice will really save him from the Zapdos, right? Or the Volcanion, especially because I got back up to full. So, you know, these are the things we consider. Now, another situation where Zapdos is inevitable. Zapdos is truly inevitable. Enamorous. That's a tricky Mon that I want to be careful of. I don't even know what it does. I've seen one use Sub-Calm-Line, I think. Is that Sub-Calm-Line? I don't even remember. No, it was Iron Defense Calm-Line. But I have an Amoonguss so Toxic and shit. And I have Taunt Volcanion, which is big. That's what she said. So I'll be mindful of that beast. With that being said, I do like Swords Dance Valiant in this. In fact, if he just mindless Sneaslers. I mean mindless... I need rocks though. It's one of the few cases where Samurai. So this Zapdos shuts down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most of his team. He could mindless Ceaseless Edge. I'd Volt Switch into. Because he also very Dragapult susceptible. My Great Tusk. My Volcanion's very good as well. I actually would encourage him to mindless Samurai. Very interesting decision. Again, you never lead versus something you can't guard against. You never lead poorly versus something you can't guard against. There we go. So, very interesting decision. I'm going to Tusk because I can get up rocks and it's scared the Heat ran out. If I went Valiant, he might stay in. I wanted to go Valiant there in SD, but if he stayed into either Terra or Magma Storm, I was done in this town, you know. So, Rillaboom, I don't even remember what the fuck Rillaboom does. Like from a don't want his fucking... I have an Among Us. Is this banded? I'll just Ice Spinner here. Oh wow, that's funny as shit. I didn't even consider that. That was funny as shit. Ice Spinner removes terrain. I did not know that because it never comes up. Wow, Ice Spinner removes terrain. That's a beautiful thing for the Psychic terrain teams back in the day, right? Ice Spinner and the Headlong Rush should kill Samurott, so there's literally no reason to go for a prediction here unless he's gonna Terra. So Enamorous comes in, it takes rocks, and it's probably gonna get to a kill by this Ice Spinner. That's a beautiful thing. That's the power of positioning right there, baby. So he goes for knock, which I mean I have an Among Us up, and that was Sash, so the likelihood of him going for anything wild was pretty low. And so the Samurott, which is the only thing preventing him from getting Shadow Ball destruction. But what value is Samurott in comparison to my Great Tusk? Samurott, let's say mindless, ceaseless edges, because now my Valiant, well actually Valiant can't get past Sneasler. So I technically I could Terra Fairy and attack him. I mean, how would he beat me after that? I'm just debating whether or not it's worth giving up Tusk when Tusk is unguardable, you know? Especially for the Cleaver when I don't know what that has in store for me. So do I give a fuck about him getting up the mindless spikes? Not really. So if I were to go to Among Us, he actually Razor Shelled, which is a good play. So this allows for me to pivot into Valiant. Razor Shell did a lot. Ceaseless might kill me. After -2. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I died to Ceaseless. So he's definitely, he's choiced on that Samurott. Otherwise, well, he might not be. But now I get to CC for free. Rillaboom gets clapped. Sure, I would have liked to Swords Dance there. If I Swords Dance, I think I won. But as I said, from a positional standpoint, I have no reason to. Very cool. So this is going to be some Unburden stuff. Don't have any priority. Acrobatics would not KO. So Swords Dance, Terra. He has one more turn of Grassy Terrain. Let me think about this. What can he do to my Zapdos to one KO me? I wanted to save the Terra here. Okay. Maybe I should have went to Volcanion. Yeah, I should have went to Volcanion just to see what he could do. What is this? Dire Claw maybe? But even then, okay. Swords Dance again, he's Terra Ghost. Okay, that's not good. Get the static. Doesn't really matter in this case. Dire Claw is poison. So I'm gonna go Great Tusk and Terra Fairy and Headlong Rush. He should CC. Almost kill me. He would have CC'd anyway, so the power didn't matter that much, but my Zapdos being gone could have mattered. So he goes to the Hisuian Samurott, which is about to confirm that he is Choice Scarf. Yeah. Ceaseless just kills me. Several ways to go about this, but I think going this and Swords Dancing is the best because it covers for every possible option, and a Cleaver can't come in. He has to go back to Samurott. And if he goes back to Samurott, he has to go for the Water Stab. If he doesn't, it's over with. So let's say he goes for the water stab. Actually, doesn't matter. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Now I Steam Eruption, and Cleavor can't what the fuck is a Cleavor, bro? Because it's gonna Steam Eruption spam. I don't know what this shit does, but I'm just gonna Steam Eruption. I think my last mon should beat it. It's quite fast. I don't think he can knock me out though. See, he had some random shit that he was gonna try. We gotta be mindful of random shit, man. Random shit is a dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing. So I'm gonna grab what's likely to be our last one. We got quite a few games in a short period of time. Right, we got what, about 70 points in 25 minutes. That's no joke. That's no joke, especially in the 1900s. So I don't even think this team is that good. I mean, it's straight. I mean, maybe I'm just underestimating what it. And I was fortunate to run into that rain team, which was essentially free points, based on how the opponent was playing and the fact that it's not a great matchup. So got a 2038 player here. SD Valiance, Dangerous, could KO everything on his team. So I'm gonna keep that tucked for potentials later on. Zapdos is amazing. Have fun. Zapdos destroys his team outside of that threads. So I'm gonna encourage him to sack that threads as early as possible. Great Tusk is what Great Tusk is. Very good versus him actually. Dragapult, particularly versus the Zamazenta, is gonna matter. So we're gonna keep that tucked. Volcanion is good. Not earth shattering, but good. And let's say that I get a mindless Samurott lead. What am I looking at? I just don't want treads to be some random shit. And if I Dragapult to U-turn into Samurott Sash, so how do I want to win this? Well, if he decides to give me the Samurott this early, then if he decides to give me the Samurott this early, then so he asks for treads, which I'm grateful for. As I said, I want the treads, especially because it forces him to give me the Cerulege on top of it. So we're gonna Giga Drain first into. It's not an easy mon for him to KO either. If I Giga Drain into Great Tusk as he rocks, the rocks don't matter. But as I said, my Zapdos is really good. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, right, well, what does he do after this? He has to Cerulege. Yeah, as he gets the rocks. Steel Beam. Okay. So he gets the rocks. Most definitely going for Swords Dance here. 190, 295. Could Terra this. Do I need my Terra on anything else? Terra Ghost on Pole might matter for that extra output versus Zamazenta, but if I were to, maybe as Taunt, because the way my opponent is playing, like, there are a lot of outs for me, and I'm trying to understand, like, am I missing something? So we're gonna go hard Volcanion here. He does Bitter Blade hard because that Among Us is a bitch. This allows for us to Steam Eruption, which covers both Terra and so it is Sash. Okay, so had I gotten up a hazard, it would have been blessed, but this is stopping. This is his only spin stopper as far as I can tell. So I'm gonna Steam Eruption here. My positioning is impeccable as we get to what stops me from just going Among Us here. I'm trying to understand. Say Earth Powers. Because I could have Mungus and Spore Ramon. That's actually best case. I don't think there's any downside to that. Because now you have to go to one of your mons and I Sludge Bomb into either Zamazenta or Valiant. One of your mons are going to die. And if Zamazenta gets poisoned, you're done. So his leftover is Zama. Sludge Bomb is doing consistently 25, which is good. I do not get the poison, which is whack, but don't need my Tusk anymore. Okay. I don't know what these run. I don't like, because what I want to do is go to my Pult Terra Ghost and kill it. Will I do 50 for it though? Calc. And is he some kind of terror that I'm not aware of? So what I should have done was toxic this, but I didn't want him to sub. But truth be told, what do I fear sub? So that wasn't a good play. I should have toxic them there. I thought there would be more, and I could have gotten the poison, which would have saved a lot of time. Calc, Zamazenta. Do these run max? Well, if they ran max Zamazenta, National Dex, Iron Defense, sure. They run max speed, max HP. Let me see. Amungus, OU Spore, Sludge Bomb was doing. So he can't even be max HP because Sludge Bomb would have done nothing. So that means Dragapult, OU Choice Specs, Terra Ghost, Shadow Ball, 50 to 59, say guaranteed dies. And this isn't even yeah. So plus speed Valiant. I obviously have my Valiant, but I have no reason to switch. Let's say he's physical. She should knock, yeah, because he can't risk me attacking him. So I said I have my Valiant. And Zapdos should take on anything he knocks. Gets paralyzed, which makes sense since he's going for he should CC here, but I don't think I died in Enamorous is anything. So he might sack Samurott. So let's say Enamorous is Choice Specs. That's the only way he should be able to KO me, unless he has like Terra Ground or something. Fuck. Okay. That's not good. See what I'm talking about? I got ran up on by something I didn't expect. So yeah, I have no regrets. This is not something I could have predicted. So agility, yeah, there's no way I could have predicted this. And since it's agility, that means that one is Calm Mind boosted, so my Amoonguss can't take it on. I gotta hope that I can take an Earth Power. There's no way I'm taking because he's +1. Yeah. So that's a tough loss to take because I played everything to where I figured I would be able to win. But Terra, like that's literally like the worst case scenario. So that wouldn't work again. But it worked that one time, and so kudos to my opponent for the win. Okay, I'm trying to think, what could I have done differently? I mean, I'd have to have known. Yeah, that's literally like, even if he was Terra Ground, he needed to also be agility, right? He had to be like everything. I didn't even know what shit got agility, truth be told, but he needed to be exactly that. So in the future, well, that wouldn't work if I knew that was an option. So yeah, I could have positioned. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking through all of the options that I had. But yeah, there's no way I can consider something that I'm not expecting as far as a win con that he might have. Something, yeah, I'm like, there's no way I'm preparing for it. There's no way I'm endgaming for that. And truth be told, even if I didn't know that existed, the only difference would have been that rather than knock when it's Valiant, like the Valiant versus Zapdos, I mean Valiant versus Dragapult, what I would have done was likely switched my what's that shit called, my Dragapult out, and I played badly versus Zamazenta. Zamazenta should have never gotten as many kills as it did, so Great Tusk wouldn't have been gone. But yeah, good set. Well, I don't know if it's a good set, but good setup for the set to do what he intended for it to do. I think I've assessed everything, and yeah, we're gonna end it there. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.